I have 3 strategies that I think are the 3 primary strategies for either keeping people in town or making sure it works afterwards.
I cannot wait to hear the ideas for keeping people in town because that sounds so incredibly toxic.
Yeah. Okay. So
the idea that you are going to manipulate people's lives so that they don't leave you.
We became friends in college well, we didn't actually become friends in college. That's actually a lie.
We are college friends who never met in college.
Yeah, we never met in college, and it was because you started a D&D group.
Because I really wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons before it was cool. So we actually were playing Pathfinder, and I got a bunch of people to join and start playing Dungeons & Dragons with me, and we had a blast.
The coolest thing is to play Pathfinder, the game that no one knows about.
Yes.
That's the good one.
Yep.
So you start playing that, and then you leave college. You didn't graduate. You just left.
Yeah, I just left. I got that. No, I graduated. Why are you putting rumors out there about me?
I like to spread rumors. So you graduate, and this D&D group keeps going.
Yep, because one of the members of the D&D group, one of our best friends, Zane, decided that he was even more into it than I was. And he became an even better dungeon master than me, and he took over the D&D group and kept it going.
Yeah, and that's where I joined. Mm-hmm. Then, you fast forward, because we don't need to go through all the lore of D&D. Nope. But we graduate, and I'm holding a board game night at my place, and you happen to be invited because one of the other D&D people invited you to it. And we spent the entire night talking business stuff. Yep. So we're little business people.
We connected instantly on business.
Yeah, we did. And so that was the burgeoning of our friendship.
Yeah, and just also the fact that we said, "Hey, let's go grab drinks sometime," and then both of us just immediately followed up.
Because we were the type of people who actually when we say that, we mean it deeply.
We absolutely do,
and we keep messaging each other to hang out. We did pool game nights, we all these different things, and it was because we would keep reaching out to each other.
And it also didn't feel like we wanted something from each other.
No.
We just wanted to spend time together.
Yeah, and
we're genuinely interested in one another's company.
In Los Angeles, it is hard.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to feel like people don't want something from you at all times.
And it's also really easy to get discouraged reaching out to people because you reach out to somebody saying, "Hey, we met at this party the other day, and you mentioned you like rock climbing. Do you want to go rock climbing?" And it's really easy to quickly feel like, "Oh, they're just thinking that I want something from them. I'm taking their time."
Yeah,
and it's a nuisance that you want to go rock climbing.
And it feels like they constantly don't respond.
Yeah.
So that's also hard. Is that people, for whatever reason, people are bad at making new friends. And so people just don't respond to each other when you reach out and it's like, "Oh wow, we totally hit it off. We were having a great time. Okay, anyways, I'll maybe never see you because we're just gonna not reach out to each other or follow up."
Yep.
And I'm the type of person where it's I give you 3 strikes, and if you don't reach out after I've reached out 3 times, I just give up because I don't really want to continue to try to pursue something if it's not working.
I might try again in 6 months and then give up, but
Okay.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. So all of that, we then fast forward to today, and we're the only ones in our D&D group who still live in LA.
Which is so depressing.
Everyone has left us.
Every single other person in the D&D group
Yeah. And
got the heck out of Los Angeles.
It's not like there's 3 other people. There's 5 other people.
Well, I guess that technically Charlotte, your fiance, is also in the D&D group now.
Yeah.
And so there's 3 of us still in Los Angeles.
Yeah, there's 3 of us in Los Angeles, but there's 5 who left.
Yeah. Which is so unfortunate. And it's just especially because, Zane got out of LA right after school.
Yeah.
And even then I was like, "Dude, why are you going? You should stick around. We can have so much fun here."
Yeah.
And but Zach and Ellie stayed. And I was like, "Okay, cool. At least we still have them."
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time with them. We did D&D in person with them a bunch.
Yeah, we did.
We would go over and all of us would get on Zoom because Zane was still the DM. but we would all be in person, and that was so much fun.
Right. Okay. This was before me.
Oh, that was before you.
Yeah. You didn't do that with me. I guess I broke that.
Or did they just leave at that point?
Because I didn't join the D&D
because you were
group.
coming over to my place.
Yeah. Well, no.
You would come over to my place.
I would come over to your place. Yes. Yeah, because I wasn't part of the D&D group until a couple of years after it started.
This D&D group is so complicated to explain. I started it, but then I left, and then Casey joined, and the other person took over it, and then I joined it again, but Casey wasn't a part of it anymore.
Yeah. So that's how, like, so now we're trying to solve this thing of all of them have left.
Yep.
And, like, what do you do when all of your friends end up moving away? Because, like...
And there are other friends outside of this D&D group who have also left us.
Yeah. There are. Yes, one of my best friends in the world, Dora, who was our roommate for a long time, also one of your best friends. Like, she moved to Chicago, God bless her. But, like, everyone... LA is such a transient town that eventually it's like your friends turn over.
And it feels like you put so much effort and time and heart and emotion into these friendships, and it's like they're just gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, we'll keep in contact. It's like, yeah, technically.
Well,
but like I still need people to hang out with on a Friday night.
Well, so this all came to a head for me last year for my 30th birthday. Mm-hmm. Or I guess this year for my 30th birthday. And I remember leading up to it, and like we talked about like them flying in town and stuff, but we had a wedding to go to for that group like a month later, and two of the people in the D&D group were planning their wedding. And so it was like, this doesn't make any sense to force everybody. But suddenly, like, 7 of my closest friends in the world just couldn't be there for my 30th birthday. And like I just remember being like heartbroken by that of, you know, you build up these friendships, and like these are people that I love immensely, and like these are the types of big moments that you want to celebrate with them. And when they move, it's just not possible.
Yep, they're just out of your life.
So I have
the Zoom birthdays. We got that from the pandemic.
No, I will not. No, I hate Zoom birthdays with all of my heart.
Didn't we do one for you?
I think we did.
Yeah, right, we did a Zoom birthday for you.
Well, now you know how I felt about it.
I will say that was a positive of the pandemic,
Sure.
is that it just normalized Zoom hangouts to a point where we spend so much more time with our D&D group friends than we ever would, than we possibly would if it wasn't for the pandemic.
No, 100%.
The pandemic has made that possible.
It definitely has. It normalized doing game nights over Zoom, which we do now. We're already doing D&D, but I think it made sure that D&D continued because it was like our lifeline during that time.
Yeah.
I think also, I joined during COVID. That's right. I joined during that time.
Why weren't you a part of this earlier?
You guys didn't invite me.
You weren't invited?
No.
How? You were part of the D&D group before I was. I got invited after this all started too.
I don't remember if Zane ever approached me about it beforehand, like when you guys were first starting it. I don't think so, though. I don't know.
Because Zane started a big Dungeons & Dragons campaign about 7 or 8 years ago now that is just now wrapping up. And maybe we'll wrap up within the next year.
It's been wrapping up for 2 years.
We're doing boss battles left and right now, though, it feels like. And I got invited to join it like 4 or 5 months in. Mm-hmm. And I'm just shocked that I assumed that you got invited and you were like, no, I don't know if that's the vibe.
I think I was probably busy. I don't know. I can't remember if Zane invited me or not. It's totally possible that he did, and it was just at a time when I was just graduating and stuff, and like I just was insanely busy at that time, so like it might not have been made sense for me.
You were busy setting up a life right after graduating
college?
college?
I know, it's crazy.
I thought that you just like slide right out of college and it's like, oh, okay, everything's done.
No, at least not for me. I slid out of college and started screaming.
Started screaming?
Yeah, I was like, ah! That was my life out of college. I don't know. I feel like maybe not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people.
I definitely wasn't screaming.
Oh man, I immediately went into the worst job ever. I went into this internal sales job where I just had this incredibly abusive employer who she would just scream at the employees pretty much all day, and like it was crazy. I don't know why I did this. I only did it for like 6 months, but I was like, it was also funny because I was like the sterling employee. There was only like 5 of us, but she was like, "You went to USC, so you're brilliant." Is the solution here. And she would just be like, she would yell, and then she'd be like, "But you're," like, I was like her little trophy. Like, I was a trophy because she had hired somebody from us.
I hired a high achiever.
Yeah. And I was like, I hate this job so much. So that's why, yeah, I was screaming out of college.
That makes sense. I mean, that's a tough.
I made all the like bad choices. I made all the fearful choices out of college. I was like, I'm out of college. I need to like start paying off these student debts. I need to choose like the safest jobs. And that led me to being like, I am freaking the fuck out because now I'm like working these shitty jobs that feel so dead inside.
Yeah.
But also like everything in our industry wanted to pay me $11 to live because everything in like film, they want you to especially back then, it wasn't possible to survive unless you had family money or something. So like I remember I got a job that I was so excited about at an agency, and then they were like, "Yeah, it'll be $11." And I was like, I can't survive off that. I would really love this. And she was like, "I could go up to $11.50." And I was like, "I can't accept this, man. Like that's not feasible. I'll die."
I will never understand why our industry says that we want diversity, we want new ideas, we want all these things, and then makes it absolutely impossible to survive at an entry level in the film industry.
No, it's pathetic. I mean, like, you know, the PAs and stuff unionized at one point, like fought for better wages and stuff, but like it's not livable.
It's also gig work.
Yeah.
you don't get
well,
hired.
I mean, also the assistants and stuff, like the executive assistants and things did too. I shouldn't have just said PAs. But,
I actually didn't realize that executive assistants were included in that. I thought it was just PAs.
No, I think the executive assistants did too, but it's like it went up from $11 to $15 or something. And like $15 is not enough when you have to pay off student loans and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. So it's absolutely
not enough with what Los Angeles rent is.
No. And like,
and if we want new ideas and we want things to be different,
that's the thing.
You need to let new people into the industry, and that's done by people being able to afford to work in the industry.
You need to allow people to be in there, and then also you don't just like no good ideas come from people stuck behind a desk and then going home and not being able to do anything in their life. They have to be able to go out and like live their life. That's where like new ideas and new stories come from. So it's just every part of it was just so frustrating.
If every good opportunity to move forward in the industry requires working for free, you're only ever going to get people who are wealthy moving up in the industry. Yeah. Because they have the disposable income to do short films, to volunteer, to take a week off to go shadow a director. Like to being able to shadow a director and just take like the amount of time that like a feature film takes to go and shadow somebody and not get paid for it.
Yeah. I love that.
That'd be great. I would do that any day of the week if you gave me that opportunity. I can't.
Yeah, it's not possible. So yeah, so that's why I don't know. I felt like I came out of college like kind of like, oh wow, this world is so messed up.
And that didn't really put you in the mood to like want to just immediately jump into it. You don't even know if you got offered it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Zane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, dude, did you invite me to this?
I didn't even know it was happening. I got told at a pool night. It was actually at one of the pool nights because we used to do a Tuesday night pool all the time and go and play pool all the time. I'm talking about us, like you and me.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
And Zane was at one of them apparently. I guess he was in town.
He invited you at a pool night?
Yeah, dude. He was like, hey, by the way, we all talked. Like, do you want to join the D&D campaign? And it was like a big deal, and he extended this courtesy to me, and I was like, hell yeah, I do, man. And I was so stoked.
Did I get invited to that? Oh man,
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't have any idea what happened on your
own. Now I have 5-year-old sadness that I didn't know about.
This is why you shouldn't delve into things, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to know this. Okay, so I have 3 strategies that I think are the 3 primary strategies for either keeping people in town or making sure it works afterwards.
I cannot wait to hear the ideas for keeping people in town because that sounds so incredibly toxic.
Yeah. Okay. So
the idea that you are going to manipulate people's lives so that they don't leave you.
So that's the thing so these are just like the 3 big buckets. Okay. I didn't come up with like the specific things. We can come up with the specific things if we really want.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is convince them to come back. So convince your friends to come back. Mm-hmm. Now the pro here, well, okay, I'll go with the con first. So the con here is it never works. But the pro here is it gives you a new hobby. It gives you something to strive for by trying to convince them over and over again and saying the little snide things and all of that type of stuff. Second one is kidnap them and bring them home.
Okay.
Okay. Con here, obviously, it destroys all your relationships, not just those ones. It destroys everyone because everyone now has to deal with the fact that you kidnapped someone. But the pro is you'll have free housing in prison.
That's actually a really big pro, especially in LA.
Rent is super cheap now.
Yeah.
Finally, the final
rent
one.
is actually not cheap. It's actually more expensive, but it's paid by the taxpayer.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Someone always pays the rent.
Yeah, but you don't.
Mm-hmm.
and
that's the important part.
And so at this point, that's what it is. All right, the final one, which is probably the one that most people should go with, is find ways to stay friends. Mm-hmm. The con is it takes effort. The pro is you keep a hold of those who matter. So those are the 3.
I don't feel like that last one, though, helps get them back.
Yeah, it doesn't. You have to give up on that because that's not ever going to happen. And you have no control over that.
The only good option on this list doesn't accomplish the thing that I want, which is for them to come back.
Yeah, I know. That's what sucks
that
about
was
it.
That was a rude listicle to give me.
I'm sorry. I guess the other 4th one I could have included was that you move on from them and you cut them off, which is...
My toxic heart tells me to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I should just end this. Whatever. I can find other... Blah, blah. But then you hang out with them. You're like, damn.
Yep. Then you go to a wedding with all of them and you're like, oh my God, that was the best 3 days of my entire life. And I can't believe that I'm ever not with you people.
Yeah. So if you had to try to prevent somebody from leaving, what would be your pitch?
What would be my pitch?
Yeah.
I mean, like the toxic part of me, the pitch is, why would you give up what we've got? Because it's all about me.
Yeah.
Is the way that I think about it is that I have put so much effort into this. You're going to go and start over with somebody else. And like, you're going to go find somebody as cool as I am in another city that's going to like you the same way that I like you and treat you the same way I treat you. No, you're not. It's going to be crap. You're going to find someone who's a mediocre friend who's going to like kind of give you part of their attention, not really know you, and expect a lot from you in return.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here being selfless. I am ready for you. I'm a shoulder to cry on. I'm down to help you with your career. Like I'm the best friend you could possibly imagine. And you think that you're going to go off somewhere else and find this same magical person that you have stumbled upon. That's my pitch.
Wow. It feels like you've thought about that.
I have. Yeah, that's the toxic part of my brain.
Yeah.
That like really does think like that. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
I've never one time made that speech to somebody.
No, I feel you though. I think that my pitch would be something similar, but like,
why should they actually stay? I mean, they probably shouldn't.
Yeah, that's my thing is if you make the choice that you're going to leave, you've thought about it, you have really big, important reasons that you're doing it, and you're going to have some type of regret for staying.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, there's the other ones where there's like a whim or something, or like, you know, I've had friends who they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this move or something. And that's a little different where it's like, okay, they still got to figure out whether they're going to move or not. But the ones where it's like, no, I am fully doing this. I've decided that I'm going to go do this. It's going to be important to my life or my career or something. like there's no way you can talk somebody out of that or something. Like you just have to let it happen.
Aside from people going to school, I haven't seen anyone move for their career yet.
Yeah.
That's not one I've encountered.
I mean,
and like that's the one that's hardest to argue against because like of course they're going to move for their like if they're going to make more money somewhere else, like of course they're going to do it.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I might not do it. I don't know. Pretty die hard here.
It's hard to imagine though that some other city's going to pay us more than someone in Los Angeles.
I think that is the hard part. Is that, although I think that's true. Is in LA you don't see people leave for career very often because you can probably find as good of a career here. But I have seen multiple people leave because of housing.
Yes.
And like the opportunity as far as how they can live their life. Like we just had a couple of friends who they moved and like they bought a house and like that is just not at all feasible in LA, but they were able to do it because they moved to Columbus. And so like they're now able to have a house there. They're able to pursue having kids. Like they're able to do all of that in a way that they didn't feel like it was feasible here. And you can look at that person and be like, but you don't have me.
You don't have me.
But
who's going to help you raise this child?
Yeah. And they're like,
that child's screwed.
They're like my family that doesn't live in LA because I moved here for random reasons.
They're not going to have any role models in their life.
No, honestly, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would make a great role model.
Plus, they're going to go crazy as parents, not having any friends to rely on or like hang out with. On the few moments when they have free from a kid, they're gonna be like, "Man, I wish I had friends. I wish I hadn't left all my friends behind."
They might, yeah.
I think that honestly,
I'm not gonna say that about them because I feel like they'll make friends, and also I don't want them to watch this and be like, "Casey's really bitter." Kind of the energy you're bringing is bitter.
Isn't that what this whole episode is about, though?
I don't know.
Tell me this episode is not about being bitter that our friends have moved away.
Well, I'm always sad about it. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, I'll break it into percentages. 80% of the time I'm sad about it. Mm-hmm. 10% of the time I'm bitter. And 10% of the time I'm excited that I get to go somewhere to visit them.
Oh, yeah. When I get to visit them, I'm definitely excited about it. I agree with that.
But I definitely the majority of the time I'm sad that they left.
I think I'm mostly bitter.
Mostly bitter?
I don't think I'm very sad about it. I think I'm just bitter.
Oh, interesting. How does that feel to you?
Bitter. Bitter is an emotion that describes itself.
I don't know.
When you eat something that's bitter and you're like, oh God, I'm not happy that I just put that in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued. I was asking.
I wasn't trying to be mad at you.
No, you jumped me, dude.
Sorry, I didn't have a better explanation than that. That felt like the best way to like convey how I felt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, bitter is definitely like the majority of how I feel about this topic.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why sadness doesn't really feel like it's the right word to describe how I've ever felt about a friend leaving.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Zane leaving and we just stood there and both just cried. Mm. And like I was so devastated by that. And like when Dora left, when Dora left, I was more bitter. I was like, I had like annoyance of like, and like, I was like acting out a little bit and stuff. I felt like a dumb cat that was like pissed off.
Or like a child who's mad that their parents are making a choice that they don't agree with.
Yeah. And then when she left, I was deeply sad. But I definitely sadness is, I think, because like my greatest, like the thing that would be the best thing in the world in my life would be growing old with like everyone hanging around like it's a shire or something. Yeah. And like us just drinking and like loving each other and hanging out.
Dude, okay. So I think that actually is where the bitterness for me comes from, is that like we all say that we want that. Mm-hmm. And then we move. And like, I haven't moved. I'm trying to build this thing, and it feels like no one else is. You are. I feel like you are also helping me build this thing.
Yeah.
But that's where the bitterness comes from. It's like, what? You're ruining it. I just start over now to fill that spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
and why would you give that spot up?
Yeah. I mean, but is there anybody you left in Walnut Creek?
The vast majority of my friends left Walnut Creek to go to school. Mm-hmm. So one person stayed there. So I guess technically I left him.
So I know like one of my best friends, Colby, like it really devastated him when I moved because pretty much no one moves in Utah. They all kind of stay, at least, in the short term. Like they go to a college around there maybe, but like most end up staying close to where they're at. And like, I remember him just talking to me one time about, he was like, you always said that you were going to leave. And there was this part of my brain that just didn't believe it, no matter how many times you told me it. And then when I left, it just like, it really broke his heart. And for me, I was going on this exciting journey, and there were so many new things that even though I was leaving behind some things, the excitement, I think, blurred the sadness. But when you're not the person going on this adventure, when you're the person staying behind, like that, I think is when you have pride for the person going and doing some great adventure, but you have a deep longing and sadness for who they are and what like leaving behind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think about like,
I mean, that's the high school friendships ending as everyone goes off to college is definitely like a whole thing in and of itself. Mm-hmm. Like it's a fascinating dichotomy. It's like, I don't know. That's just like, there are so many emotions with that.
Yeah.
Cause also I don't know. It's just so tough because it's worth putting all that effort into those friendships, even though they're going to end. Yeah. And they're at least going to change. Mm-hmm. And like, it's cool because like I still am in contact and like play video games online with my high school friends. And you still do stuff online with Colby.
I have Colby and that's it. But yes, I do have Colby. I burned every other bridge.
Colby and the D&D group.
Yeah. No. I mean,
for online friends.
Oh, for online friends. Yeah, I have Colby, I have the D&D group, and Dora. Yeah. And now Ben, because Ben was another person who left us. Yep, and now Ben and I just talk about NFL and fantasy football. And I'm like, I don't even care that much, but it's worth it to care about it enough so I can talk about it with him. Are there any hobbies you've picked up because of friends leaving?
There are games that I've played that I only play because my high school friends play them.
Uh-huh.
Like and what? So I don't have any good examples of that.
Oh, okay.
There was a game that I don't even actually remember what it's called, but I bought a game that was like $30 just to play it one time with them. And like, dude, I didn't like the game very much, but it was fun to play with them.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is you do end up doing that type of stuff where you end up purchasing a game or something, but then sometimes you hit on it and it's like awesome for a little while. Like we've been playing Marvel Rivals with our friends and like that one's free. So that one was also easy for that. But like we also did Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
And like,
Dead by Daylight's been a great one.
Holy crap, man. Like that was impossible to do. Even like, like 10 years ago, it wasn't impossible to do, but like there were not as many cool games that you could do it with. There was pretty much, you had like the shooters and like a couple other things. Maybe you had some more. I don't know. I'm not that big of a gamer. But like 20 years ago, not really a thing. And like beyond that, you just couldn't do these types of like playing and hanging out with people online in the same type of way.
I think, dude, I used to play a lot of online games back in middle school.
No, yeah.
I still remember back in middle school when but that was 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Which is insane to think about.
Yeah. Well, okay. But like what games, so back when we were in middle school, we had Halo, we had Call of Duty.
Halo was it.
Yeah.
We played so much Halo 2 online and then Halo 3.
Yeah. And like, but like
that also was RuneScape.
Sure. But that was like the starting of it, I guess, is what I mean by that. By like 20 years ago, it wasn't as much of a thing because you literally either had to be a child who video games were marketed towards or one of the adults who could deal with the social taboo of like that you actually play video games.
Which is crazy how there was a lot of taboo about that back then.
Yeah.
Now it's just now it's just assumed.
Yeah. Wow, we're just going to do everybody's names. But Colby's stepdad would play video games. And like there was like a little bit of like, oh, he plays video games at night with his friends online? That's crazy. But like, yeah, of course, it's fun.
Yeah, people need hobbies.
It's fun and that's
we
want to
do stuff. We don't want to just work all the time.
Yeah. But like video games, like, I mean, you know, it used to be bowling and stuff that we do. Now we play video games. And like, I don't know what one's better.
Bowling got too expensive.
Bowling did get too expensive.
Dude, if bowling wasn't too expensive, I would absolutely go and bowl all the time.
Yeah.
I would love to be a weekly bowler.
I think that's where you have to join like a league or something. Although I have no idea how much a league costs. How much do you think a league costs? $400?
That's actually crazy. What?
I don't know how long that goes. I don't know how long a league is.
Well, it's interesting because like thinking about because like to go to the roller rink is pretty expensive. I'm in a roller derby league that I have to pay $50-something a month, and I get to go to 8 different practices a month. Sometimes it's actually it might even be more now coming up, but like. So that's way less expensive than going to a roller rink. So would it be the same thing for going to?
I would assume so. I think with anything where you buy like bulk, yeah.
Can you pay like $80 a month and then you get to like go bowl twice a week?
That sounds about right.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, because I was saying like 400 for like a few months, so not like just 1 month of paying. So
should we see if we can join a recreational bowling league?
Well, we should look. Yeah, we should check it out.
That'd be so cool.
I'm going to be doing climbing again soon, so I might have to choose climbing.
I was really happy. I was really happy when I heard that you were climbing again. I was really sad that you weren't climbing for the longest time. I was like, and then I heard you were back at it, and I was like, oh, he's because he used to climb with Ben, so then you gotta stop when Ben left.
I did stop when Ben left. Yeah, dude, it broke my heart. I was like pretty freaking good, man. I was pretty proud. Like we finally got. People don't need to know all the jargon, but I got like a 12A on it, and I was like, dude, that's legit, man. And then he moved away very suddenly.
Oh yeah, he was just gone suddenly.
Yeah, it was for very good reasons, but like it was very fast, and so yeah. Now we finally
nature's healing though. You're coming back.
We found a new friend who's gotten into it, and she's super awesome. Like, and so you know, I'll always miss with Ben. There was the competitive side of like us truly pushing to like get better at climbing.
Yeah. Were you trying to get better than each other, or just get better together?
Both a little bit. Like it wasn't ever like we had to be better than each other, but like, you know, we'd be trying to solve a problem together, and like there would be pride if you were the first one to tackle that problem or something. But we were always right in lockstep pretty much. Like we were just pretty equal as far as climbing, so like that was like a fun thing. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back into it, man.
How's it feel?
It feels good. So, I mean, I'm not able to do much because I'm still rehabbing my hip. But my hip is feeling a lot better. So that's freaking rad as hell.
Are there still enough people doing basketball for it to be a full group? Or did that fall apart?
Basketball
did everyone move? Are those other people that left the city?
No one moved for that.
Except for Ben.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, so Ben moved, and then Tucker got a different job, so he's no longer. He was at Disney, so like our thing is near the Disney studio, so he's no longer there. So he's just way too far away to be able to make it happen. No, and then I got in. So basically, what happened is that Jordan had a crazy busy time at work. Then I got injured, and Aaron had a kid. And so the 3 people
Yeah.
who were the only ones who were responsible for consistently making it happen, because like we were the ones who cared, we all fell off for different reasons all at the same time. And so it was like none of us 3 were forcing people to come back.
It's really interesting how it takes a lot of effort to be the ones who keep a friend group like that going.
Oh, yeah.
And to keep these activities that everyone wants to do going. And
Yeah.
then also, like, people drop out of them so willy-nilly. And it's like, do you understand how much effort I'm putting into this?
Dude, for real. But like, I think that one will come back. I think that one, like, as soon as my hips recovered, like, I love basketball. So I'm going to be right back.
I found my sports goggles, so maybe I'll come get into it.
Come play basketball.
It's
It's super
right
fun.
when they started playing, I lost my sports goggles. So I
Yeah.
didn't have a way to play basketball.
Yeah, because I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, you have quite
No one knows.
quite inept vision.
Enough division and also sensitive eyes.
Yes, super sensitive. So we got to keep those little bad boys protected.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where like those group gatherings are at. They're a tricky one, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is a lot of effort.
It's so much effort, but I think it's worth it. It's really worth it.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my story about my recycling nightmare?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I take recycling very seriously.
Yeah, you do.
And, you know, I'm the person who washes out my pasta sauce jars and, like, tries to, like, look up all the different types of plastic and make sure that I'm bringing the right ones to the facility versus the right ones that go in the recycling bin versus the ones that just have to get thrown away, which always kills me that we can't just recycle all of it.
Yeah.
And I had an experience over the weekend that just made me go, this is all a scam.
Oh no.
And I
Okay.
it might have broken me. Like, I might be done with the recycling for the rest of my life.
What happened?
Not the rest of my life. That's a way over exaggeration. But like, so especially with my building has one residential sized recycling bin.
Yeah. So
And-
like small.
Yeah, small. And it's a big building. And I put a lot of effort into bringing down my recycling and opening this overfilled residential size recycling bin and putting each piece of my recycling in there, like hand Tetrising it so that like it's not overfilled.
Yeah.
It's disgusting and I hate it. But I was like, you know what? I'm saving the planet. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I'm walking my dog. I walk up to the building, and from the garage, I hear a sound where the recycling bin is. I hear like glass hitting a dumpster, and I went, "Why? Who's throwing a bunch of glass into the dumpster? Like that's not where that goes. It goes in the recycling." And
Yeah.
I walk over, and I see the recycling bin, which I had seen earlier was full, is now empty. Like there was just a little bit of stuff like holding the lid open earlier. Now the lid's totally closed. And the building manager is walking away from the dumpsters and recycling bin.
Yeah.
And I went, this is not good. I don't like where this is heading. So I went over to do some sleuthing. I opened up the recycling bin. It's completely empty. I looked in the dumpster, and the only thing in the dumpster was everything from the recycling bin that had now been dumped into the dumpster by the
No.
building manager. And I don't think they've ever been recycling. I think all the times that I've gone down there and done all of that have all been a waste.
That's crazy.
And I'm not, and like now I guess I can bring things down to the Burbank Recycling Center and like, but like I can't do that all the time.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I already spend so
work.
much time with like daily chores and keeping things clean. Like I can't bring my own recycling all the time. I can do that sometimes.
Why would he do that? Like because
They don't want to pay for it.
But they have the bin.
But I think you just have to pay extra to get recycling picked up, and they don't want to pay for it.
But I just figured that you get the bin from doing the recycling.
I bet I don't know why. My thought is that somebody said they wanted recycling, and so they put that bin there to like keep people from asking about it, and they just like bought the bin or stole the bin or something. I don't know where they got this bin from. Maybe they had recycling pickup at some point,
Yeah.
and then they canceled it. But like, I thought it was stupid they only had this one little bin for this giant building, but No, it's all a lie.
That's awful.
But even with that, like, I've been hearing like on the internet, they talk about the fact that like if a big recycling dumpster gets to because at our old building, we used to live together, and our old building, the recycling bin would have trash in it all the time because people don't understand how to recycle stuff.
Sure.
And we had a big dumpster, but that dumpster would have trash in it besides the recycling. And I've heard online, it says online, so I have no sources for this. But like that, if that bin gets to the recycling center and they see trash in it, they'll just toss the whole bin in the trash. And they'll just be like, we can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
Like, done. It's like, what? So is there ever a point in this? Like, is this system just completely fucked?
Yeah, I do think I've heard that, but I don't know. It might be. I think that there are a lot of problems with it. Obviously, the solution to climate change and to like the welfare of our planet is not us on individual scales doing things.
Yeah.
The solution is making big corporate changes and big like policy changes and stuff. But I do think that there is a value in us doing these small things to help. And like it might just be a mindset thing that like, oh, well, you know what, I'm doing some recycling, so that is helping. Like I am doing this little part and now I can like, you know, it instills in me that I should be doing my part. And maybe that leads to other changes, or that leads to voting changes or things like that. Like, I think that there is a value to it. And on the flip side, there is a huge negative to lying to your tenants about what you're doing when they're taking effort like this.
So I have 3 options now.
Yeah.
Option 1, I keep recycling and doing the same things.
Okay.
And like hope that maybe this was a one-time thing.
Sure.
That seems like the naive, stupid idea. I hate this idea. Number 2, I give up on recycling for right now. Maybe I decide that some things like cans, I'll like make a pile of cans that I bring in to the recycling center every few weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe, but like other than that, I give up on recycling.
Okay.
3, I confront the building manager and ask him what the heck is happening. And can we please recycle?
Dude, I think it's tough. I think you should do the third one. I think you should. But
that requires that I go and interact with a human being in a way that can become confrontational.
Yes, it does.
And I could absolutely just ask him.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, like I just have a question. I just wanted to know what is the situation. And then I can decide later on if I want to like push to start recycling.
Yeah.
I don't need to confront him of like, are you lying to us?
No. I've been doing some investigating.
Yep. I've been sleuthing.
I don't think you should do that. I think you should ask him and just ask him, because who knows what his answer is. It might be total bullshit, and they might be like just throwing stuff out, or it could be, yeah, there was something that happened that time or something else. Like, who knows? But at least then you let them know, like, hey, I know something's going on. This isn't right. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean,
do you guys have full recycling?
Well, so we have like 6 recycling bins.
Okay. And
they're really pretty good about it. I've never seen any issues with people putting the wrong stuff into recycling.
Dude, back at our old place, people didn't know anything about recycling.
Well, it was
it's
all
ridiculous.
Like, yeah, we lived with some dum-dums there.
Also, break your cardboard boxes down.
So that's the other thing.
My God.
They're really good about that. And then because like, we have an older community in this building and stuff. So like if you can't do that, you can set them off to the side and the building manager will break them down.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
So like I make sure that I break them down just because if they're already offering,
you're not a senior citizen.
Yeah, if they're offering that, I want them to be able to do it for the people who need that, not for me.
That's the sort of thing where people will take advantage of that and then ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
We do this nice thing here where we break down the boxes for the senior citizens in the building, and then all the young people in the building wanted to get it for free because they thought they also deserved that. And now we don't do it for anyone.
Yep. My other favorite thing that we have here is our communal shopping cart, which is somebody stole a shopping cart and now it lives in our stairwell. But it's for anyone who needs it. You can just grab it. You go, you fill up your groceries or whatever from your car. You take them up to your place, and then you bring it back down to the stairwell. And honestly, like, it is the best thing on the planet. I don't even use it that often, but I'm just like, we all just did a little theft together.
I love that. They might have gotten that shopping cart legitimately. Someone was probably throwing it out. It looks old.
Okay, maybe that. Yeah. It could be that. It looks like they scratched off the name.
That's great. I like little communal things like that just work right. So at our old building, people used to take the shopping carts from the grocery store nearby and just leave them littered around the street.
It was so annoying.
So here's something, though. I told Bex about that. And Bex was like, why are you mad about that? And she was like, because in my old neighborhood, people used to do that all the time. It was because senior citizens needed it. They needed the help to carry their groceries home. And then they couldn't bring the cart back because they're old and they can't walk that much.
But we knew that it wasn't senior citizens.
But disabilities can be invisible, was her argument to that.
I don't know. The girl who I walked and followed doing it didn't seem to have any issues.
I'm on your side with this. This is just her argument.
I think that's a very
kind
argument.
The grocery store where she used to live hired someone that all they did was walk through the neighborhood and pick up the grocery carts and bring them back. So created a new job.
Okay, that's totally fine. And like because there was an older guy in our unit who I thought like might be doing it. And for him, 100%.
There was an older guy who I saw doing it one time and I went and took his grocery carts back afterwards.
Yeah. And like, that's totally chill. I totally agree with that. That if somebody needs that assistance, that we should as a community help them with that. I don't think... No, okay, this was not great. But there was a time where I was walking home and from the grocery store, and I saw that there was this woman who had a grocery cart and she was walking with it, and I went, now hold on. And I watched her go and stick it there and then pick up her bags and walk up. And it wasn't to our building, but we had a key that would let us into all of the buildings. So I went up a different stairwell, walked up, followed her, and then saw which apartment she went into like an absolute creep, and then reported her.
Yep. You did the Lord's work that day. You were looking out for the community.
I don't think that there was...
These shopping carts being left around was a problem.
It was a huge problem.
The maintenance guys for the building had to keep like driving a pickup truck around and bringing them back to the grocery store.
Yeah, which like not their job.
So what's really funny though is at one point near the tail end of us living there, this really big guy on TikTok named Youth Pastor Ryan, not an actual youth pastor, just his name.
Okay.
Made a video about like basically you can tell whether or not society is doing well based on like whether or not people are bringing their shopping carts back. And he was showing it like he just made this because he was inspired by this grocery store that like had shopping carts littered all around the parking lot. And it was our grocery store.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. And I was like, wait a second, that's my store. And then I reached out to him and said, the problem is so much worse than you think. They're leaving them everywhere around the community, around the neighborhood. He never responded to me. I was really sad.
Oh, Youth Pastor Ryan, you missed out. That's incredible.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's crazy that he used that store to talk about how bad it is that people can't return their carts.
It is a problem.
And it's so much worse than he knew.
He might live near our old place.
He might. I was shocked. I was like, honestly, I didn't know this guy was in Los Angeles.
Should we dox him?
We should dox him. Tell people exactly where he lives when he gets his groceries. It's always really funny though whenever like you realize that these giant people on TikTok and stuff are all in LA, and then you're like, how is that? All the people, like all these giant TikTokers are all Los Angeles.
They move
Angelinos?
here.
You think they move here after they get big?
No, I think yeah.
What's the point of that? What's the point of moving here if you got big somewhere else?
So I think a couple different things. if you're actually being strategic and you're thoughtful, then the industry's here. So like for those people that you move here because, business and networking and all of that stuff is here. So, and like agents and things like that. I think for a lot of them, they also want to go live that aspirational SoCal lifestyle. And so they end up moving here for that. No, I think it makes a ton of sense. But yeah, they all end up moving here.
And then they all have to say goodbye to all their friends back home that they just abandoned because they suddenly got big on TikTok. Beware your friends getting big on TikTok.
Don't let
they
them
will
do
leave
TikTok. Just don't let them do it.
The TikTok is the friendship ender.
Yeah.
That's actually really sad. You get big on TikTok and then you just say adios to all your friends and come out here to LA.
It's a classic thing. Tale as old as time.
Man, we live at a crazy time.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably a good place. We've circled back. We brought it all around.
Wow, bookended it.
Yeah. Don't let your friends get big on TikTok.
Otherwise, they'll leave
If they do, find a way to stay friends with them. Big takeaways.
I think that the takeaway that people should not take from this is that you shouldn't put effort into friendships because they will end.
Yeah.
That's definitely not the takeaway to have.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Or don't not do that. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. I lost the thread.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening.